Hello everyone, Philip here again with Daniel. Today we're starting with a new topic. We're gonna start working with open guard, and the first position we're gonna work is the spider, okay? I know that it's complicated to mix the half guard with the spider at this point, but to be very honest people, I didn't think this would take so long, so I'm just gonna start a new sequence here. We're gonna start first, from all the way to the back, from the spider, then moving to lasso, the lahiva. We're also going to see shin to shin, single X guard. I hope that by the end of this, we're already facing each other personally. Okay, nice to see everyone. Let's start moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head, everyone. Both sides. Arm. The other arm. Hips. Okay, everyone laying down. Before we start everyone, I just want to loosen up my hips. So the only thing that I'm going to do is turning my feet from one side to the other side. Pay attention everyone that your hip is not on the floor, so you can really move your hip from one side to the other side, not just the legs like this. I want to be moving my hips. Alright, you guys can count to 10 here, just to loosen up. Then we're gonna bridge as usual, 10 times each side. We're gonna hip skate, 10 times each side. We also did this exercise when we're working with the half guard, which is turning the body to the right foot on the floor without using the other foot or my hands. I'm gonna use my foot to drag my hip forward, turning my hip to the other side. Now I'm facing the left foot on the floor, hip forward, turning all the way to the left and back to the right. 10 times each side, everyone. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna have one knee up, the other one down. From here, everyone, elbows close to between my knees actually. I wanna first move the upper body forward and then my hips are gonna follow until I'm up. Pay attention people to keep your hip as low as possible, close to your heel, and your hip in front of your heel. I'm not like this, leaning back. I wanna be with my hip forward so I'm stable. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna switch my knees and I'm doing the same. Okay, first with my upper body, then bringing my hip above my shin. Okay, come back, switch my knees. Same thing, up and down, up and down. 5 times each side, everyone. Gonna roll back and forth with the shoulder, all the way to the back, and forward, and backwards, and forward. 5 times each side, everyone. Back and forth, and rolling side to the side. Always start a while ago. Hips and shoulders working together. Always rolling over the shoulder. Watch your head, everyone. Try to keep your feet as close as possible to the floor. 5 times each side, both sides. And we're gonna start with some partner drills. Let's go, people. Okay, everyone, so before we start with some ideas for this position, what we're going to do is understand how to move and how to stay basically in this position here. So we're going to do this drill in which one of you is on the bottom, the other one is on top. Alright, so then it's gonna have my sleeves controlled, alright, and she's gonna start setting her feet on my bicep. Both feet. okay? So we're gonna start in this position. Very important, everyone, that your foot, let go of one so I can show. Keep the grip. You guys wanna keep your foot really over the elbow, okay? So you can have really good control. You can see that when Dani extends her leg, okay, she gets a really strong control over my shoulder. All right, come back. So not in the middle of the bicep, not on the middle of the shoulder, this part of the foot on the elbow, so you guys can have a good control right here, okay? And when you get to the spider control, people, pay attention that you have a comfortable grip as well, okay? Once Dani is already extending her leg right here, she doesn't want to break her own grip, all right? She's not pushing my arm all the way through and breaking her own grip. She wants to be comfortable in this position. So pay attention, guys, that you feel, that you find your balance. Okay, so how is the idea here? Dani's gonna have her both feet on my bicep, but as long as Dani is with her back on the floor, she's not gonna be giving me so much trouble. I am actually comfortable here. So what she wants to do is she's going to extend one leg, turning her body to the leg that she just extended, okay, keeping the other sleeve towards her, and she's gonna be sideways. You guys can see that she's here extending her right leg, and she is here facing her right side, okay? She wants to be here. The other grip, pay attention, people, to keep your elbow really close to your ribs. You wanna have this control right here, okay? And make sure that your opponent's sleeve is in front of the knee. Because if you keep it like this, your opponent can start smashing your leg like this. So make sure that the hand is here. When Dani switches to the other side, this leg that she has extended, she's gonna step on the bicep, elevating her hip and turning all the way to the other side, setting the same control. Here, people, we're going to do this very slowly because I want you guys to understand the position that you have. All right, from here, Dani is having a really strong control of my shoulder without really stressing her grip. Okay, she has a comfortable grip. She's pushing the shoulder. The other hand really close to her. You guys can see that her elbow is really close to her ribs with her knee bent. Okay, so again, Dani steps on my bicep, elevates her hip, no hips on the floor. She's turning all the way to the other side, bringing the other hand in, extending the other. Okay, so just switching side to the side. We don't need to be fast. Okay, so she steps on the bicep, turns all the way to the side, keeping the control. Again, she steps on the bicep, switching her hip, try to stay sideways and always to the facing the leg that you are extending. Some people do the other way around, no? This is not what we're going for right now, okay, people? We want to be facing the leg that we're extending. So again, she steps, switch the hips, facing her left. She steps with the left, and now she's facing her right. Okay, just hold side to the side. We're going to be doing this for 3 minutes. Okay, people, keep going. Try to be comfortable here, taking your time. Once you're moving, bring your hips above the floor so you can get this mobility going. All right? Then we're gonna start with today's position. Let's work, people. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna be talking about spider guard, and spider guard is a very strong position, especially because you get a lot of control of your opponent's shoulder and you prevent people from going too far away from you. You can always bring your opponent close to you. And there's many ways that we can get spider guard. I'm gonna work with two that happen more often. For the more obvious one is when, for example, my opponent is trying to pass the guard. A lot of the times I'm gonna have my opponent engaging my legs, which gives me the opportunity of controlling the sleeve and going for the spine, okay? The other one that happens a lot as well, if I see that my close guard is not working, let's say that I'm not able to actually break her posture, I can simply bring my knees in, setting my control here with my shins over the leg, and start extending and positioning myself here with the spine. What is important for us to understand, everyone? Stand up. So let's say that I'm dealing here with Danya, and Danya has the control of my legs, and I switch here for the spider. This is very beneficial for me because Danya starts losing the ability of running away, because if she moves away from me, I'm always able to bring her back and keep the control. And as long as I have this position, I have a really good control of the shoulders, giving me sweeps, giving me attacks, and this is what we're gonna be working today, all right? First of all, we're gonna work in situations where my opponent stays on the knee, and then we're gonna start working in situations where my opponent comes up, okay? But first of all, I want you guys to basically get the understanding of this situation that we're starting with, okay? So we're gonna start from the close guard, and situation that I'm gonna get the spider guard from here is my opponent's postured up, couldn't work against her posture, so I'm gonna make a grip here on both sleeves, right? And the grip that I wanna do, people, is I'm gonna open up her sleeves with my thumb, I'm gonna bring my forefingers in, and I'm gonna have my elbows closed, okay? As I open my guard, I'm going to hip escape, for example, to the left, bringing my left knee in, I hip escape to the right, bring my right knee in, and I'm gonna have this position, okay? Now that I have this control, I already have a good control of my opponent's shoulder, but I'm not being too aggressive, so now I'm gonna step on her bicep, I'm going to extend my leg, pull the other to me, and I'm gonna have this control. We already worked with this mobility before, okay? And from here, this mobility is going to be very useful to break my opponent's balance. You guys can see that every time that I switch side to the side, I am kind of moving my opponent's shoulder from one side to the side as well. And I'm gonna use this mobility to get the sweep, okay? So I'm starting here, looking to my left, and once I wanna get to the sweep, I'm going to do like a scissor sweep. So I'm gonna step on the bicep, and I'm already letting go of the foot on the bicep to bring my leg next to her knee, pulling one sleeve, and from here, as I have the control, I'm gonna extend my leg all the way. I'm not extending all the way, otherwise I'm gonna bring Danya down. I just wanna keep this control so I can keep talking. Pay attention, everyone, that this leg is just a block, the other one is pushing, and I wanna keep her sleeve all the way towards me. As I start extending my leg, I'm gonna start bringing Danya's shoulder down, and as I bring her shoulder down, I wanna keep the control of her bicep. Now, I'm just gonna bring myself up, moving to the mount, and I have my top position, and I can work from here. Of course, people, that this is something that we're going to do in one motion, but I want you guys to understand all the steps that we're taking, so you're able to do this fast, okay? And here, so one more time, starting from the beginning, I have the control of the sleeve, all right? I'm gonna move my hip, knee pops in, move the hip to the other side, the other knee pops in, and I'm gonna start setting the grips that we want. This mobility here is gonna be very helpful for me because I wanna get the sweep moving from one side to the other side so I can really break my opponent's balance, okay? So getting this mobility from the first drill is gonna be very important for us to get the sweep. All right, so one more time. I'm gonna be here with Danya. I have the control of the sleeve. I turn my hip, bring my knee in, turn my hip to the other side, the other knee comes in, and I'm gonna start putting my foot on her elbow. As I extend the leg, I'm already turning to the leg that I'm extending, keeping the control. From here, I move to the left. As I move to the right, I'm already placing my right leg next to the knee and pulling my sleeve to me. From here, people, I'm gonna just start using the leg that I have on the bicep to kick her shoulder down. So I'm gonna pull the sleeve, kick her shoulder down. As she drops, I'm already coming up, establishing the mount, and I'm gonna have this top control, okay? So, what I want you guys to get, as you guys get more familiar with this position, is this swing. So I'm going to do to the other side. establish my control, go from one side. As I move to the other side, I'm already going straight for the sweep, so I can get my opponent already unbalanced, and I can use the momentum to end up on top. Okay? So, take your time, everyone. It is a new subject. Might seem a little bit complicated. We're gonna work with this for a while, both ways, top and bottom, so you guys can fully understand. All right? Let's start working with each other, everyone. Okay, everyone. So I want you guys to start working from the bottom, and actually just a specific training. One of you on the bottom, the other one on top, and the person on the bottom is already starting with those grips where both of the sleeves are already controlled, and my opponent has the shins already over the elbows. From here, you guys can start playing the way you want, but the idea is that I want you guys to start feeling comfortable with going into the spider position and setting this control. If the person on top gets the sweep, good for them. On the bottom, sorry. If the person from the bottom gets the sweep, good for them. Okay, we start over. If the person from top manages to pass, good for them. Starting over, and we're gonna work. Okay, and we're gonna keep working. So I'm here with Danya. Danya's setting her grips. Keep working, Danya. Okay, Danya's already working here with the sweep. She got the sweep on me. Good for her. Back from the beginning, she sets her grips again. Shin on my knee, and we're gonna keep working. So we just get familiar with this position right here, okay? And then you guys can add some free rows and train as much as you want. Just people, please be careful. Don't throw your partners on the furniture. Okay, I want to see you guys healthy as we come back. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye, everyone.